Alright, y'all, we're gonna jump right into this video. As you can see, my mom is holding up the white craft paper that's gonna be our base, and I have the polyfill, which is gonna be the cloud material that you use to create the cloud look. And of course, you're gonna need some Elmer's craft glue. Here you can see, and a staple gun. Highly recommend it. This is what we're going to use to keep the craft paper tacked to the wall. The purpose of the craft paper is for us to keep the glue from bleeding onto the wall, because you want to protect your actual wall at all costs. So, and it's pretty thick. This craft paper is specifically for teachers to put down on tables when kids paint or do just arts and crafts. So it's pretty thick, so we're only going to do one layer of it, not multiple layers. So this is just the process of us getting that done. Okay, and now we have started on the second wall. Well, the second half of the wall. Here I'm just angling the camera down just a little bit so you can see how my mom and I use the box cutter to get a more sharp, clear-cut edge. For this top piece, I pre-cut it based on the length that I thought it was, and it was just maybe like an inch or two too short. You really can't tell from this video, but once it's all stapled up, you will see my mom take the box cutter and cut the piece that's hanging over the blinds, because I still need to hang my curtain. And then she would take that little cut off piece, that little scrap, to fill in the spaces for which it was too short. Now we're going in with the LED lights. I purchased these LED lights from Walmart for about $25, I think. I already had LED lights, but I lost the white control box in which the fuses had to connect to. This was just a lot more simple. It already came connected onto the power box. So we're just gonna create a random design in a way that, I don't know, maybe thunder would strike when it hits the ground, because these lights in the cloud are supposed to give you that thunder and lightning effect. And that was my brother, y'all. These lights come with a peel off backing, which is great. I don't remember my previous lights having that, so I had to use tape to tape them to the wall where I wanted them. And here's the final design, what we decided to do. There was not enough to stretch to the very bottom under the windowsill. And this is what it looks like flashing. And as you can see, I've begun to start the cloud. You just take the glue, spray, and stick your polyfill onto the wall. Give it that cloud-like effect. I suggest stretching the polyfill prior to just pulling it and stretching it out, and then sticking it to the wall. And you just do this until the process is finished. My mom's just chucking little pieces of polyfill over in the left corner. She's pre-stretching it for me so I can just pick it up and go. This is what I finished on night 1. It started getting kind of late, and here's what it looks like when you shut the lights off. Okay, YouTube, so here is the finished cloud wall. This is what it's looking like. Well, I say finished, but there's like a little patch here that I'm gonna go back and do. But for the most part, it is finished. Let me turn the light off and give y'all kind of like a better view. As you can see, it's sound activated. So yeah, I thought it would be a nice idea to get these are actually like curtains for a little girl's room, and they have stars in it, and it's like I wanted the color of the curtains to match my business, the sign from my old business. And has this cute little white lace over it. I got the gold curtain rod to match the gold on the chairs. Everything in here came from Amazon, y'all. Amazon is really the GOAT. If I had enough followers or whatever, I would have like an Amazon storefront. But of course, if you're not an influencer, you're not allowed to have a storefront. So unfortunately, y'all, I don't know, I probably just have to link some stuff down in the description box below, because literally the ring light, the shelves, the lights that went around this vanity, the chairs, the curtains, the grass wall, the neon light there, my rotate light, everything in here is literally Amazon. The ladder, everything in here is literally Amazon. Y'all already know what the glass wall looks like. I'm trying to see if I can zoom out. Y'all already know what the grass wall looks like. So this is just how it's coming along so far. I'm proud of all the work that I've done in the room so far. I do want to work on those displays, and then I gotta really get this together. Once I can get this together, I can feel a little bit more accomplished with my life as far as this room relates. But yeah, that's it. Let me turn the camera around. That's it, y'all. I did get a little bit of the process. I don't think I recorded myself finishing that wall, just because at that point my mom had went home, and so I was doing it by myself, and I just was trying to get it done. It takes me a long time to get things done, especially when I work by myself, because I get distracted. Like, I have the music going, I'm singing, and then I may stop and I may respond to a text, and then end up getting caught on YouTube or Instagram, listen to a podcast or something like that. So it took me like 3 hours to just finish this little portion of the wall that I had left, which really was not much. Just got distracted, y'all. It was late at night. It was Friday night. I had just got off work. I had took a nap and just got like this second wind. So yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. Yeah, y'all, that's my progress so far. I apologize for not really vlogging the whole process I get into work mode, forget to pick up the camera, or sometimes I just really don't have the energy to really record. And I'm trying to be consistent, but also like be gracious that this isn't my job, you know. So I'm not really, I mean, like, if I had nothing else to do but wake up and record, then I would understand, you know, you hold me a little bit more to it. But like, I actually work 10-hour days, you know, and then on the weekends it's like really my only opportunity to rest. And that's if I'm not going home to visit, or family's not visiting me, or you know, going out places with friends from work, you know, like, you know. So life's still life. So I think I'm really the person that's holding myself to the standard of being consistent. I feel like if I'm not consistent, then I'm failing. And it's just really not that big of a deal right now. Like I said, it's not like I'm this big influencer and this is all I have to do in my life. So yeah, like, just chill. Like, I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to like holding myself to a certain standard or stuff like that. Sometimes I do it too much to a fault. So I'm sorry, y'all, if I go months without posting on here, or if I don't think I'll ever go months, but I have before. But if I go weeks without posting, I mean, it just is what it is. I haven't done a Fashion Friday in like so long, and I really wish I would have only started that concept as a once a month thing, not a weekly thing, because I feel like I set the expectation that it had to be done weekly. So I'm probably only gonna start doing that like once a month. Plus, like, I wear a lot of the clothes that I have to work, and so I don't want to put work clothes on a Fashion Friday, which means I have to order a lot of clothes. And just with so many projects going on around the house, and I'm spending money in that area, I may not buy clothes this much, or I may not just buy anything that I can put a fit together with. Or when you order something, you have to wait a week, maybe 2, depending on the type of shipping that you have, to get your thing. And then that's 2 weeks out the way of you know, that I didn't do a Fashion Friday. So it's probably just gonna be a once a month thing, probably the last weekend of the month, maybe the 3rd weekend, because I go home and visit my brother the last weekend of every month. So yeah, I just hold myself to a very high standard, which is sometimes bad, puts a lot of pressure on me. And I don't give myself a break or credit for what I have done so far. So yeah, y'all, I mean, if I seem inconsistent, it just is what it is. If I go a month without posting, it just is what it is. Like, life is life. And so yeah, but that wasn't my intention for this video. My intention for this video was to just show y'all the progress I've made so far around the room. Really just doing all of these things because I don't want to paint a wall. I've really lived in apartments most of my life. When we did live in a house, I think we were renting. We only lived in one house that was bought, but then we had a house fire, so there was never any real time to like paint a wall. So I've never just been in a situation where I could just paint a wall. And so the idea of painting a wall to me is so permanent, because I don't feel like I will be here forever, just because I'm so used to moving around a lot. But it is my house. I mean, I could paint a wall, but it's like so permanent. Let me just put up, you know, grass panels, because you can take those down. Behind the cloud wall, which I will see, I put white craft paper. I didn't actually put the material like on the wall, you know, and I'm hoping that the glue really didn't bleed through the paper so bad, just because like I don't want to mess up the walls. And I personally, like, when I was looking for houses and I looked at older houses and people had their walls painted, it made me feel like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to come in here and do all of this work and repaint all the walls. And it wasn't a deal breaker for getting a home, but it was definitely like, okay, I gotta come in here and already spend money on changing the color of the walls. So if I don't plan, this is not my forever home. That's not what I think. So this is not my forever home. I don't want to paint a wall and then someone who wants to come and buy it next is like, ugh, gotta come in here and do all this work. So lots of things to think about when you become a homeowner. Yeah, I keep forgetting, like, I'm grown. In my head I feel like 18. Like I feel like very young adult, maybe still like college age. I'll be 25 this year. So yeah, that's new. That's a thing. Not new, but that's a thing. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up, y'all. Bye.